Hello everyone, this is for Algebra 2 for April 27 and 28th. You guys are going to be starting trigonometry, and the first thing that we're going to do is go back and review how to do the Pythagorean theorem, because you'll need this when you're doing the trig. Remember, the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared is c squared, as you can read. When you guys do it, only thing you need to remember here, and notice that there aren't any of the angles that are labeled, so you don't have to worry about which side is A, which side is B. C has to be the hypotenuse. It doesn't matter if this is B or A. It won't make any difference which one you let be A or B. Right? So to go through it, they give you the two legs, and they're asking for the hypotenuse. So you just follow this pattern. It would be 60 squared plus 45 squared is equal to c squared. So you want to solve for c. When you're asked for the hypotenuse c, it's the most straightforward of the three different styles, depending on which leg or which side you're given. It's the easiest one, because all you have to do is square those, and to find c, you're just going to end up square rooting. So if you want, you can just type this whole thing in your calculator, 60 squared plus 45 squared, and hit enter with the square root and all. Now here it says find the exact length. So in that case, don't hit the square root button. In other words, you're just going to do the work inside it. Because it says exact, it doesn't say round your answer. So all you're going to do is take a calculator and type in 60 squared plus 45 squared, enter, and you get this number. Now I'm just going to check it for a second, and just to see if it would work out well. Meaning, is it a perfect square? That's the word that I'm looking for. 5625. Enter. And it is. So in that case, you would type in the square root. Was it 5625? Is that what it was? Which gave you 75. It gives you the exact answer. It's not a decimal. In the next problem, it would come out a decimal, so you leave it looking like this. So check your answer to see if it does come all out of the square root. Okay, so this one, you're given the hypotenuse, so you fill that in, 3 squared. It doesn't matter if you call this A or B. It will make no difference. It's one of the two legs. So how about we let it be B? So do some of the math. To solve for A, you need to subtract the 1 from both sides. So you have A squared is equal to 8. And then you need to square root both sides. Now, y'all know from past experience, the square root of 8 isn't going to come out nice. You can try it on your calculator if you've forgotten or you don't believe me. Square root of 8. It doesn't come out nice. And notice the wording of the question is, give me the exact length. So you leave your answer the square root of 8. There's no need to reduce them. The software isn't looking for you to reduce it. So just leave it square root of 8. Okay? This next one, find the length of the length of the missing side of the third side to the nearest hundredth. So this is a clue that it's not going to be a very nice answer, like this one, and they're going to want you to round your answer to the nearest tenth. Okay? If they said to the nearest hundredth, so a tenth, a 10 has 1 0. So you're going to round it to the first decimal place. So you're going to look to the second. If it said the nearest hundredth, remember 100 has 2 zeros, so you'd look to the third place and round to this place. Okay, so let's do it. They give you the legs. So, and it doesn't matter which one's A, which one's B. So 9 plus 36 is equal to c squared. So that's going to be, what, 46? 5? My arithmetic has gone bad here. You guys know me well enough to know I sometimes am arithmetically challenged. Yep, 45. And then you're going to square root both sides. Because it says round to the nearest tenth, you're just going to type that in your calculator to see what it gives you. So we're going to square root 45, and you're going to round to the nearest tenth. So you're looking to the hundredth and rounding to the nearest tenth. So it's going to be 6.7. So 6.7 is what you're going to type in. Okay. Oh, let me back up here. The answer was the square root of 8. Here, actually I don't have one ready. I should have had one poised. On the Delta Math where it says answer and leaves a blank, below it will be a button with the square root symbol. Hit that, and so it puts the square root, and then type 8. That's how you get the square root symbol to show up. There'll be a little button there that has the square root symbol. Okay? I think that's all I need to tell you. Rounding depends on the question. Some will say tenths, some will say hundredths. The legs are always A and B, and C is always a hypotenuse. I think that's all I need to tell you. If you guys have questions, come to office hours. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to see you.